Yeah, everyone. This is Thermites, and this is Tower of God, episode 14. Just 14 for now, because I don't know if I'll have time to do 15, or to go further, but I will try to do a long one before I go on vacation next week. Anyways, that's right, okay, so last time, we saw that, not the group that, Rack and everyone was in, obviously, but one of the other groups on that same floor was left with only 3 people out of 200. And we're 99% sure that Rachel was part of that group. There was a girl there that was almost certainly Rachel. There's no way it wasn't, right? Okay. I just did a 30-minute survival match for fun. Okay. So only 3 out of 200 survived in 30 minutes. Oof, that implies quite a bit. Because, assuming it's just that, there are no other rules. It's just whoever survives after 30 minutes gets to go past. That means they had to take out, super dangerous people. They had to take out people who were, running away. You know, people who just wanted to survive the 30 minutes, then, leave peacefully. Although, to be fair, that doesn't have to be what happened. I automatically assumed, okay, those 3 took out everyone. It's possible that there were, some other monsters there that took out a bunch of people, and then they just took out those guys. Which, it isn't, that's still pretty intense, but it's not as intense as taking out 297 people. Or 197. Are they the Princess of Jihad or Irregulars? I'll put a pin in that for a moment. There were both. Okay. There was an Irregular and the Daughter of Jihad together. Okay. So when it comes to Irregulars, we're pretty sure at this point that Rachel is an Irregular, because she came in along with Bam. It seems like Bam was actually the one who opened up the gate, and, she's kind of followed. So, in that case... is she also a Daughter of Jihad? I don't believe we've heard that term before. I could be wrong. You forgot to check the information on the combatants? Are you insane? I'm really curious as to why this is a problem. Clearly they're supposed to weed out people who aren't fit to go through. But is there a reason why they have to, let some people through? Why is the thing? Why is it not okay to eliminate, all 200 of those people, for instance? My immediate thing is that maybe in the tower you can't procreate? Maybe the only way to get more people in the tower overall is to have people come in from outside. Either that, or there must be some function to the tower, part of the rules of it. We know that everything you could possibly desire is at the top. It's possible then that... My thought process there is that, in order for that to remain true, people have to keep on challenging it. If you're just out of floor and people don't try to challenge the tower anymore, something bad will happen. So they have to make sure that people keep on going through. Maybe, something like that. From the next episode, move yourself to Ghostbusters. I heard they need a new ghost for the next episode. Oh, they brought up Ghostbusters before, too, right? I know it is most likely just a pop culture gag, but I'm wondering if that's going to come into play. In the future, are there going to be actual Ghostbusters in the tower? It's such a specific thing to bring up more than once as a gag. But okay, I'll look for a way out. How, though? Once someone's eliminated, they're out, right? So how do you remedy this? What is the fix for this? Huh, what's this? This looks kind of like a clipboard, but then there's a laser coming out of it, and then what looks like an antenna? Is that supposed to be what this is? Oh boy, okay. What does this imply? Okay, crown game 1. Alright, so I guess what we're doing next is the crown game, whatever that is. Ooh, so I guess this is just a waiting room. I know this is just sort of the qualifiers to get into the tower proper, but it is a bit surprising that we haven't had a lot of downtime as of late. We've had a little bit, but even those have just been moments in the waiting rooms, really. I do hope that the series calms down with the number of challenges after a while. Not in the sense I don't want there to be any, but just I'd like some exploration. With the first actual floor of the tower, I'd like to just spend some time to wander around and see what the culture is like. It'd be cool. Yeah, it looks like over 20 teams. That's not too bad. Assuming each team is 3 people, which they are, obviously, so 60. I mean, 60 out of 200 is... It's not a lot. It's just over a quarter, but still. That's a fair little bit. What is he doing with this one? Is he just like gathering information? Hey. I really hope that this means we'll see more of Shibisu like throughout the series. It'd be really, because he feels like a very main character type. It'd be really cool to have another like main character or another just like I guess normal guy hanging around next to monsters. I'm Leader Rack. I'm the true leader of this era. Okay. The test will become more difficult. Ooh, okay. So that's a pretty good motivation. Like, he made a promise to his friend to make it up to tower. The immediate thing is like, oh, maybe his friend lives in the tower. But I'm thinking now, like, now that I'm talking about it, it's probably the opposite. It's probably something like, once he's at the top of the tower and he can have anything, like, his friend and him probably lived, like, somewhere shitty, and he's like, you know, once we get to the top, I'll have everything. And then, like, either his friend is dead or he's alive, and he said, like, okay, so once I've got everything, you know, I'll invite you up. Or, like, I'll send something down for you. What is Bam going to say? Like, there's no reason why he has to lie, so I assume he's just going to say, like, I'm following someone up, perhaps? I must find someone in the tower. Okay. I need to meet her. Aww. Man, Shibisu is such a good guy. Like, such a legitimately good guy. This was a nice scene. Yeah, like, it was completely unnecessary, but it was super... I mean, it's not that it was unnecessary. It did link these two characters together, like, properly. So now, if we see him again, we can count him as an ally, as opposed to just like, oh, someone else who took the same test as we did. Alright. So, first of all, yeah, she is not the one who contacted him. The lady who did that had much longer hair. But I assume she did that specifically to get him to find a way to fix this. So is the crown game going to be a way to introduce more people to the tower? Okay, I came here with very good news. My immediate thought is they're going to skip the entire next thing. Like, maybe the crown game isn't the thing for this floor. It's the challenge for the next floor. And he's just going to say, like, all right, so because one of the other teams has very few contestants, or very few teams, we'll just merge your teams together, and then because there's still not a whole lot of people, we'll just move you up to the next one. Like, that'd be good news, that would also be bad news, because that also means they would have to try something even harder. Like, it would be a massive spike in difficulty. She told us to give you a bonus game. Okay, so the exact opposite of what I was just talking about. No, they're going to do something extra. Okay. Again, how does this help? Right, it's not good for us to have more tests. I don't think you can refuse. So it is, like, you can refuse. Okay, So I feel like, in that case, it's got to be some sort of extra benefit. Like, you get a special needle or something if you win. The winner of this bonus game gets to pass the final test of this floor. Alright, so they go right to the next floor. No more extra tests. Damn, that is pretty cool. And what about the remaining tests? They don't have to take them. Yeah, that is enormous. Wait, did he say the entire floor? Or the entire team? But okay, yeah, I guess, yeah. So it's not just one person, it's their entire team. So okay, that's a good incentive. That's a real good incentive. Alright, I'll explain the details to you when you get to the game spots. Okay, so the crown is there. Giant looking chair, like assuming that's a normal sized crown, which makes sense. Actually, it's a bit small, but I could see it like fitting on his head. So this is a really big chair then. Oh, so I assume it's like one team in each one of these grooves? God damn. Okay, so this was a fantastic way to display scale. I've seen very few series manage to pull off something like this. Like, usually it's a constant zoom out, but I really like how the camera moves here. Like, we start with the crown, then we zoom out to see, okay, the crown's actually very small, and it's on this really big chair. This is, you know, humans for comparison. You zoom out even more to see that, okay, this entire pedestal they're standing on is tiny compared to this whole area here. And then we, like, zoom across this area until we get to our main trio. And so from them, we can see, like, this is what a normal human looks like. This is what a rack looks like. And then this is the space. Like, this is one of those tiny spaces here. That is, oh man, that is so cool. All right. The crown game is, in short, a crown stealing game. All right. The team that holds this crown at the last moment wins the game. A game consists of 5 rounds, and each round is 10 minutes long. Only 5 teams can participate in each round. Okay. Oh, that's cool. 4 new teams, and the winning team from the previous round will compete for the crown. Okay, so it's not even a free-for-all. That's good, because it means we won't have to focus on a ton of people in, like, a massive brawl. It's always going to be, like, at most 15 people. Push, 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 baby. That's to sit on the throne wearing the crown before 5 minutes is up. Okay. So it's either you hold on to the crown to the very last moment, or you get to the throne quickly. Okay, some movement will be restricted. If there is a winning team at the end of the previous round, that team may keep the crown. But at least one team member may stay seated on the throne. Must stay seated on the throne. Okay. So the very first one is going to be a free-for-all, but after that, it's going to be aim for the throne. Take out whoever's sitting there, or at the very least, like, knock the crown off their head. Yeah. That also means that if you're one of the first 5 teams, you're going to be tired as hell if you keep on winning each time. Very nice hearing. Again, like, the scale, the fact that he just said it normally out loud, he's so far away, holy shit. Rankers are truly incredible people. You won't be able to get into the game at the end. Oh, so is it something where, like, if you don't keep on hitting the button, you won't be able to participate at all? Like, it's fine if you hit the button, but you're actually, like, number 6 out of 5, or 7 out of 5. Like, you'll still have the right to keep on playing, to keep on trying. The point is that the team with the crown at the end of the last round is the winner. Alright. Very simple, but, this is so cool. Oh, okay, and I was right. Ooh, this also means that, assuming that is Rachel, like, the girl here is Rachel, then it's very possible that Bam will not see her. Like, if her team participates really early on, it's possible that she'll either be eliminated, like, she has to be, right? Like, she'll be eliminated from the game. Does that mean you're off the tower? Eliminated from the test. So just this test, I believe. So basically, that means that, if I understand it correctly, her team could go in at, like, 3 out of 5 or so, get eliminated, and then after that, Bam's team could go in, and then they wouldn't see each other at all. Alternatively, this could be where they first meet. Like, it's possible that we'll do that, and then, like, Bam will have to confront, like, Rachel and her desire to get to the top, even though all he wants is just to be with her. Alright, the crown game begins. And don't think that I missed this part. Check the details. I'm sure there's some other, like, secret clue you need to use in order to win early, or something like that. The teams that want to participate must press the buzzer during the counts. Okay, so it is what I thought. Like, you have to hit the buzzer, and you have no idea of knowing if anyone else is, like, waiting or strategically going to hit at the last moment. Alright. I knew you'd do this. He knows his team. He knows that they want to just go in. There's another stupid team like us. Alright. Let's see how this goes. Like, these guys look relatively generic, so I don't think they're going to be able to win. I mean, I've got to bet on our, like, secondary main cast, sort of. I do think this guy looks cool, though. Like, especially with the red eyes and sort of the drooly mouth. Like, is he a zombie or something? Alright, to be continued. Alright, so that was Tower of God, episode 14. I'm cutting that off right now. I'm going to immediately read some more, but I want to make sure I have at least one chapter that I can just immediately put out to show that I am reading the series again. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Bye for now. Nya nya.